You ever done LSD, man? Makes the world kind of fucking weird, dude. Things start just, I don't know, flip-flopping upside down, and, things start to look pretty fucking crazy. Colors start to look weird, man, and then, I don't know, things are like liquid that weren't liquid before. I don't know, man. Shit's going on. Everything's happening all at once, okay? The world is spinning, right? Children are starving to death, there's wars going on, and you're chilling here tripping balls, all at the same time. How do you do it? How does all of it happen? How do we all do it? It's because we're all one. Yes, everything is one. Anyway, that's not what today is about, dude. Relax, it's fine. Right now, everything's okay. What you're here for is a good story, okay? And you're gonna get that from me, your pal Stretch. I got a banger for you today, okay? So this is how me and my boys, my homie Chip, my boy Devin, and Devin's dad, we all call him Pops, how we all almost died on a boat. So, here's how it started, okay? So Pops has a 45-foot wooden ship in Maryland. So we're like, we're gonna go travel. So we want to travel around the world on this fucking thing one day, alright? We will go sailing across sea, see a bunch of shit, man. So we're like, alright. So we're gonna go, we decided to head over to work on the boat. And we're like, how are we gonna get over there? So we're like, Pops is like, don't Chip got a boat? So we're like, yeah, and Chip's like, yeah, it's been sitting out for like a year and a half. Pops is like, alright, well, let's just fucking get that thing ready and go. So it took us, not a single thing on this boat worked, okay? This little 20-foot boat, okay? Nothing worked on it. We had, like, Pops is a magician, okay? Because he managed to redo the entire wiring on the boat. And oh yeah, here's another thing to mention, by the way. We're from New Jersey. So, we're traveling with absolutely no sailing experience to Rockall, Maryland, from Edgewater Park, New Jersey. So it took us 4.5 days to get there, about. So after working on this thing for about 4 days, we finally get it in the water, and we get it ready, and we're off, dude. And the wind was just pushing against us. We left it around 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Wind was finally good enough for us to take off. We we had to replace the motor with a little dinghy motor that was 4 horsepower. On this big ass boat, dude. Yeah, it's as ghetto as it sounds. That thing moved us about 2 knots an hour. We weren't moving for shit, dude. Let me tell you, we would have been faster walking there than we would have fucking sailing on this boat, okay, man? But we are men, and we did this shit, okay? So we're sailing, and the wind is pushing against us. So if you don't know, when the wind pulls against you, you got to do this thing called tacking. And tacking is when you basically only sail with your front sail, and instead of moving forward, you're moving left to right, like kind of like a pinball. Zooming across, so that way you can glide with the wind instead of having the wind push against you. But it makes things go much slower. And the thing about it is, okay, that because the trip took so much longer than we expected, because the wind was pushing against us the whole time, we didn't really check for, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days ahead weather. So, big mistake on our part. Next big mistake on our part. After spending 4 days to get everything ready on all the wiring done, we decided we're gonna be in the Delaware River. We'll be in cell phone range. Yeah, we don't need a radio. Yeah, we don't need it. Don't need it, dude. Not at all. Don't need a radio. We're fine. That won't be a mistake. At all. So we're traveling, okay? We're traveling down, we go down, so many bridges, dude. So many bridges. We went down the Tacony Palmyra Bridge. We went under Ben Franklin. We went under the, I think we went under the Delaware Memorial Bridge. There were just so many bridges we were going down, and the sights are really nice. I have so many pictures of just, like, Philadelphia from such a different perspective, and blue herons are absolutely the most beautiful birds in the world, dude. If you ever get a chance to, like, see a blue heron just flying up in person, man, it's crazy, dude. Just really quick, because I'm distracted real quick about this gameplay. I randomly found this Magikarp, this, like, level 24 Magikarp in the wild, so this is me saying, fuck it, dude, let me just level him up, and I'll have a level 25 Gyarados. Of course, not thinking that I'll have a level 25 Gyarados that now only knows how to use fucking Tackle, but anyway, whatever. So, there may or may not have been drinking, and, you know, boats rocking, people are drinking, music's going, alright? We were having a lot of fun, but when the fun goes away, alright, man, you need food, okay? Because, you know, now we got headaches. Our heads are wobbling, you know, everything's rocking, and we're drunk, alright, man, we need food. So we go to this place called the H2O Grill, and this place slaps. I had this thing called the Hangover Burger, that's what it was, man. And it was like an egg, and like a burger, and like some other shit, man. It was really good, and their crab soup, that shit slapped. Alright, let me tell you. So, we camp out for the night. Okay, man, we're chilling, alright? It's just us. We're big chillin', man. We drink a lot. We smoke a fuck ton of weed. We light it up in that bitch, alright, man? Because there's no one in the world near us that can bother us, alright? So the next day, we have to go through the DNC Canal, and it takes us all day just to get to this motherfucker, dude. And we saw the entrance of it for like 6 hours, but we couldn't get there, dude. We had to tack back and forth, and for a while, we actually had to sit and wait because the wind was like too bad for us to even do it. We would have just flown into the rocks. And even when we did it, I remembered it being pretty fucking sketch, dude. Like, we had to really move it with those tacks. Bing, 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 bing. But me and Devin, we ran graveyard shift that night. You know, Chip and Pops fell asleep around 9. And me and Devin sailed this bitch, right, from 9 p.m. to, I think, like, 12 o'clock. Yeah, some shit. It was wild. In the afternoon. And watching the sun set in the middle of Delaware and watching it rise is absolutely beautiful, dude. It's beautiful. It's like almost one giant motion, dude. Like sunset, nighttime, sunrise, and morning. It's like all one thing. It's incredible, dude. When you're sailing through for the whole time, it's really unlike anything else, and you just realize the world is beautiful, man. And this is the shit that we're not seeing. We're so invested in the everyday life that we don't stop for a second to realize how beautiful everything around us really is, and how precious life can really be, man. Anyway, so things are going real well until night falls again. And we camp up, and it was the most beautiful weather on Earth. The most beautiful weather ever. I actually have a picture of the sunset from that night. It's actually my my channel background picture. Just the most gorgeous weather you could ever ask for, dude. And we camp out, and yeah, we anchor up, We relax. Next big mistake. Everybody fell asleep at the same time. Okay, bad idea. Terrible idea. And you wanna know why? Because we woke up to a fucking storm, alright? Things are crazy, things are shaking, things are getting wild, alright? Things are rocking back and forth, things are going nuts, it's going ape shit, man. And I hear Pops and Chip outside, they're like, alright, pull up the anchor, and I hear Devin runs up to here, and I hear clink, 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 like anchor's stuck. And I hear Pops just going, well, boys, we are in a worst case scenario situation. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? So I go up to check, man. I'm like, guys, what's going on? He's like, well, we're caught in a fucking storm in a fair weather boat. We need to get inland, but the problem is the anchor wrapped itself around our keel, and we are now stuck bayside of the storm. In other words, if we don't do some shit really soon, we might fucking capsize this boat. Oh shit. This isn't good. So, we're trying to figure out what to do, man. Everyone's phones are like dead. I got barely any signal. We're ready to, we got to the point where after 20 minutes of figuring out what to do, we all throw on our life vests. And we're just like, alright, I guess we're gonna have to cut the fucking anchor, dude, and just sail out into a storm and hope we survive. As soon as we did, I'm like, God, let me try one more time. And, I call, and we actually get somebody. We actually get a hold of somebody. And it's some towing guy, and he tells us, man, you know, we can get to you. It'll take us about 45 minutes. But, you know, you're gonna have to sit tight. And, we're just like, fuck, dude. 45 minutes. That's our help. We're fucked. Like, we don't have 45 minutes. This is getting real hairy, dude. So, we hang up and we're waiting. We don't even know if this guy is fucking, you know, how do we even know he's gonna find us? Like, all he knows is our coordinates. Like, yeah, you know, like, this is bad, dude. So, we just sit there for 45 minutes, all huddled up together, saying, man, this is it. We might fucking die right here, dude. This is it. And, you know, quite honestly, you know, life is a journey to the end. You know, it starts, there's a middle, and it finishes. And quite frankly, a lot of the decisions you make in life lead to that end. And, you know, I think it was quite a reflection of a moment of the fact that my decisions led to me. In the moment, I was reflecting on the fact that I really thought that my decisions had led to me dying with really good people around me. And I thought that was quite incredible. And, you know, like I said, just always be reflective on, you know, shit that's important and what matters, you know? Because even though I almost died on this trip, I don't regret going on it at all. In the slightest. So, anyway, this boat comes, and they can't find us, and they call us, and my phone dies, so we shoot a flare. We take the flare gun out, pop 2 flares, bang, bang, boom. Guy finds us, he comes to rescue us, he starts towing us away, and even when he was towing us, dude, we were going so fast. It felt like we almost, like, tipped over, like, even when we were getting towed away, it was still hairy, dude. One of the best moments of my entire life, okay? This is a man of priority right here, okay? When life is on the line, when people could be dying, when there is a storm to be weathered, Pops, a man of priority, says, and I say, Pops, what are you looking for? And he goes, we might die. I want to get stoned. Best words I ever heard in my life, okay? And he was like, we couldn't find the bowl. We found the weed scattered, you know, around the clutter of mess that we made trying to, you know, run around and figure shit out while we were like, oh, we might fucking die. Pops finds, we take a monster can, dude, and we fucking, we burn a carb hole in a little filter, and we smoke some fucking weed out of this monster can, dude, and we still have that monster can to this day, dude. So after we got dropped off at the marina, we still had to sail for like another 12 hours until we finally made it on the 4th day at dead of night. Made it to Rock Hall, and the landing was not very good. In fact, we finally, on the last day, we actually picked up some really strong wind, and so, too strong, so we didn't put the sails down in time, and we just kind of flew into the marina. It was like Mother Nature was like, alright, you guys are taking too long. Here's a little push, alright? You need to make it, alright? You almost died, like, too much shit's going on. You need to fucking get there, alright? So, we fucking slam into the thing. Devin has to brace himself. He puts himself between the pole and the boat, and basically takes all the impact into his back, and saves the boat. He's a champion. He's a fucking hero. We are all champions, dude. We are badass warriors, dude. We conquered the fucking Delaware River. And, yeah, we're badass, man. And fuck these Geodudes, by the way, man. Ever since I fought one that fucking exploded on him, he fucking self-destructed, I was like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck these Geodudes, dude. Don't fuck with the wild Geodudes, man, I'm telling you. Not fucking cool, man. Not cool at all, but... anyway, dude. That is pretty much it, you know? And then the weekend, right about 1 week after we got to Maryland, I went to a music festival and did LSD for the very first time. So that is a story for another video, guys, but I hope you have a great fucking day, man. And, you know, value life, dude. Cherish being alive, man, because you just might not. You just might not be one day. You really fucking might not be. But peace, love, and happiness, y'all. Peace out.